welcome back. Samantha, I was meaning to text you. Where have you been? I know that you were thinking about, I know that you were applying for a new job. One thing I can think of. Hey, Brooke Comer, welcome in. I know, Samantha, we haven't seen you in forever. Magali, welcome back. I love it. I was out with medical issues, but been doing fusions, and I'm feeling so much better. Oh no. Oh, autoimmune disease related. Oh no. Were you out of work or were you. What was going on? Hmm. Is this something that's occurred before, or I didn't get the job but think it was a blessing in disguise where it's been really flexible? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, wow. Pharaoh Feminist, welcome in. Welcome back. So everything's doing better? You're feeling better? Hmm. I'm really glad you're back, though. I've been really thinking about you. Like, gosh, I haven't seen you in a while. Stacy, welcome in. Yeah, we're glad to have you back, and we're glad that you're doing good. Were you here in time to see Halloween, our Halloween trees? Guys, I'm going through a breakup. Oh no! Fellow feminists, I'm sorry to hear that. Not at this time. Yeah, Samantha, we just put up our tree last week. We did our first uh, Wednesday, Project Wednesday, um, angels, angel decorations. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. Oh, right before we did owls. 5 years, very sad. Oh, for a feminist, I'm sorry to hear you. 5 years is a long time, especially at this time. Was it a, was it mutual or what? What happened? You don't really have to say if you don't want to. That's something that you have to talk about. Hmm. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, guys. I'm really enjoying this YouTube thing. It's really good. Just both need to heal. I get that. I really get that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Magali, I agree. Yeah, breakups are difficult. Hey, Bella Rose, welcome in. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, everyone. The government doesn't care about you. Time goes by really fast. Government. What's your favorite holiday dessert? And Samantha, my favorite holiday dessert. You know which are my favorite? They're like Christmas cookies. And in the middle, they have like a raspberry or like an orange jam in the middle. Or they have, pecan pie. Yum. Or like powder cookies. Or maybe like those caramel, not caramel, but fudge squares during Christmas time. Yum. my friend, my friend's mom, she loves to bake. She makes some really good stuff. My God. I do not care how much calories they are or how they make me feel. Hmm. Oh yes, powder cookies. Mmm. With coffee, forget about it. Forget about it. I love it too. All right, let's go ahead and begin. It is Sunday night. Welcome to those of you who are on YouTube. We're going to go over a couple of things first. This Wednesday, we are going to be making poinsettias. For Project Wednesday, we are going to be making poinsettia decorations. Magali, no, because it's like, you know how hot it is here in California. It's like 80 degrees still. I'm still drinking my water, my flavored water, though. It's really good. Um, yes, you're going to be making poinsettias. Right, Cass? Not the best. So tune in this Wednesday for Project Wednesday. You will get to be choosing your colors. Oh, Minnesota got a snow dusting today. I saw that, Samantha. I saw the news earlier, and they said you guys are gonna get like a cold blast. So this Wednesday, you're gonna be able to choose any type of glitter you want. For those of you who were not with us, we made last Project Wednesday. We made holiday angels. Oh, Wisconsin got some snow too. Nice. You guys are lucky. It's like 80 degrees here in California. We made, we were using fabrics and glitter and rivets for our Project Wednesday angel and glitter. This one is our snow glitter. It's snowy here in Iowa. Oh, Feral Feminist, how fun. You guys are so lucky. It's hot here in California. Hot. This one was the East Coast. So those of you who were not here to join us, this was the East Coast Angel. Whoops. We're going to have a fire. I know it. We are flammable right now. And then this one is the West Coast Angel that we made. They decided to go with a red and I'm cold here in San Diego. Mexipina, get out. Don't tell everybody what cold is because they're going to make fun of us. This one was our West Coast Angel. They went with a red and a red glitter for their angel. This Wednesday, we're going to be making more ornaments. Yeah, Samantha, you've been missing a lot. We're glad you're back. You've been missing a lot. You've been missing a lot. Also, for those of you who have been with me on my Joe E. King journey, we... Mexican, I would be too at 60 degrees. I was able to I turned off the air conditioner today and opened all the windows up thinking, oh, I'm going to get a nice breeze. My apartment was like 82 degrees. It is not ready yet. So I had to close all the windows, turn the air conditioner on to 74. This is the very first official Joe E. King newsletter from the desk of Joe E. King. For those of you who purchased a copy of Joe E. King and the Fragile Figurine ebook, I sent an email out to you this morning. You should have your copy in your email. The newsletter comes with a personal note. This will come out every month. This will come out with a personal note for me. Then it will have a section of Friends of Joe E. King. So the coloring sheets that we've been working with. This is the first one from our friend Corey's daughter who sent us hers. This is behind the book. This is a sneak peek behind the book, what's going on right now. My social medias, and then some of the books that we have a list that we've read on TikTok, I will be placing here. So if you are interested in the newsletter, let me know. You can now go to my I'm going to give you guys a lot of information. You guys can now go to, let me see. You can now go to my profile, click the link here for the linked tree, and then you will have my personal email. So if you would like to purchase a copy of Joe E. King and the Curriculum for $10, you can purchase it there. And then here's where the newsletter is at. Click that. It'll send you to the PDF, and then you can bring it up on your phone. You can read it. You can read it on your laptop, or you can read it on your phone, and you can make it big so you can, for those of us who are visually challenged. It has our YouTubes, which takes you directly to all our lives that we've recorded over the last year. Instagram, the Joe E. King Instagram, so all of my posts for the Joe E. King book. What else do we have? It'll take you to the TikTok, or this page, and then my threads. So lots of exciting things. Thank you so much for the follow, Jenny Vito. Thank you. Vitor. Thank you for the follow. If you read the behind the scenes, you will find out what's coming up this week for Joe E. King. Lots in store. Lots in store. All right. Today it is Christmas read aloud. You get 2 Christmas books and then 2 regular books. Pebbles is back and forth here. Let me grab her. She wants some attention. So let's give her some attention. She wants attention, but her face says different. She's like, grr. But she likes to, I know she's grouchy, huh? She likes to just purr back and forth on my legs. And, oh, look at her face. She saw something. I think she's seeing those little hearts moving. Isn't she pretty? Oh, Amanda, is it? Pebbles? Yeah. Thank you so much for the follow, Edie. I really appreciate it. She's a funny cat. This isn't on her. It isn't, Christina. No. Yeah, it is not on her contract. This morning, like at 2 or 3 in the morning, she was on top of my bed, and she started with that. So we had to kick her off. She threw up a big hairball. Like, Pebbles? No, not so early in the morning. Okay, so we get 2 Christmas titles, and then we get 2 regular titles. Oh, Christina Blaze does that? Christina, I was looking at the weather today. You're right, it is snowing up where you're at. You're gonna get a big dumping of snow. What happened to our music? What's going on here? Oh, that was over quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me update this. I really like that one. That one was fun. Not supposed to end. Let's do this one. This one's gonna be really good. Wait. Look at those cookies. Yum. Classic Christmas songs of the 50s. Oh, okay, that would be fun. Aw, look at those pictures. Yeah, we love a good Christmas music channel. All right, so we're going to start with Paddington Bear. We started already with the first story for the East Coast. Now we are going to be reading the second story. This one's called Paddington and the Magic trick. It was Paddington's first birthday since moving in with the Browns. Everyone was getting ready for the party. Judy hung streamers. Jonathan blew up balloons. Paddington could hardly contain his excitement. So it's Paddington's first birthday with the Browns. They're hanging up the streamers, getting everything ready. This one's blowing up balloons, serving up the lemonade. There's Paddington. Miss Bird baked a special cake for the big day. She filled it with marmalade and covered it with icing. Paddington wanted a taste. Miss Bird let him lick the spoon. It was the best birthday cake he had ever tasted. So Miss Bird, she's making the birthday cake for our friend at Paddington. And he gets to taste the frosting. Paddington went to look at his presents. He opened his new magic set. He put on the hat and cape. Paddington had a great idea. He would perform at the party, but first he had to learn a few magic tricks. So I guess for his birthday he wanted a magic trick set. So when he opened it up, he got it. So he got the whole shebang, the whole outfit. And he had to learn some few magic tricks first before. Paddington waved the magic wand. Abracadabra, he said. He did not see his marmalade jar drop into the secret drawer. The trick worked. He surprised himself. Paddington practiced some more. He couldn't wait to perform for his guests. Soon the guests arrived. Paddington's good friend, Mr. Gruber, led the way. Everyone sang happy birthday. Then Paddington blew out the candles on his cake. Aww. So the birthday's in full swing. There's Mr. Gruber. We read about Mr. Gruber in the first story. He took Paddington to the fair. It was time for the magic show. Paddington set up his magic box. Jonathan and Judy dimmed the lights, and everyone is excited to see Paddington perform. So they're the adults. They're all sitting back, watching Paddington bring out his magic tricks to set things up. They're all very supportive. Paddington put an egg on the magic box, and he covered it with a scarf. He said the magic word, and he waved his wand. Let's see what he comes up with. The egg had disappeared. Paddington took a bow. Look at the little cover there. He tucked his paw into the secret drawer to get the egg. Ta-da! It was a jar. Paddington was surprised. How had a jar ended up where the egg was supposed to be? Paddington's guests smiled and waited for the next trick. He was really concerned about it, but the people are like, all right, next trick. Next trick. Next, Paddington would make flowers disappear, but he could not remember all the steps. Paddington opened a large door in the back of the box. He crawled inside to check the steps in his magic book. He's confusing himself a little. He's still learning the tricks of the trade. His guests waited and waited. Was this the trick? He's hiding. Finally, Mr. Gruber knocked on the box. Are you okay in there, Mr. Brown? Paddington was stuck. Mr. Brown helped Paddington out of the box. Maybe you could do another kind of magic trick, Mr. Brown suggested. His trick didn't go quite as planned. He ended up getting stuck. I love that he says, maybe you could do another kind of magic trick. Paddington tried a card trick. Mr. Gruber picked a card. Paddington tore it into little pieces. This part is tricky, said Paddington. He covered the card with his scarf. Paddington waved the wand. Abracadabra. Let's see how he gets out of this one. So he ripped the card in a bunch of pieces, puts the handkerchief over it. Oh, said Mr. Gruber, the trick worked. He put his hand behind his ear and pulled out a coin. Mr. Gruber, he's going to try and take over the show. Get all their faces. They're all amazed. 40 minutes to return. I left my phone. Oh, no. This is our first book. Mr. Gruber handed him the coin. Paddington knew just how he would spend it. He would buy their next morning buns. That one kind of ended abruptly. Did we miss a page? No, he did the cards. I guess he didn't think Mr. Brown didn't have, or Mr. Gruber didn't have a lot of faith in Paddington and his trick. The end. Paddington Bear. A good way to start the live. Anytime we can start a live with an anthology series, you know it's going to be a good one. All right, in the comment section, let's see. 1 through 10, what are you thinking? I give that one a 10. I give that one a 10. You can never go wrong with a Paddington, with a Frog and Toad, or a Little Critter series. 10, that was cute. Sudden end, but cute. Yeah, wasn't it sudden? Kind of ended out of nowhere. All right, let's see what everybody is thinking. Mexi Pina 10, Bella Rose 10, Brooke Comer 8 out of 10. Yeah, I agree. We have a lot of good Christmas titles tonight. We might have a repeat one because there was a really good one that we read for the East Coast. Today we did some shopping. I have to show you. We need to do a Prince Lizzie Fish update. Let me show you what's the happenings in the life of Prince Lizzie Fish. So for those of you who are new, Prince Lizzie Fish is our live pet beta. He was made possible by the donations made on this TikTok account. So we had some donations. We saved our pennies and we were able to buy a whole set, and we have our beta fish. Now today we bought Prince Lizzie Fish back in June, the week before I went on vacation. And we set up the tank. We've since purchased the driftwood and all the live plants. And one thing that we haven't done is we haven't cleaned the water out. So every time I would dunk the little thing in here, the nitrates were really high. We're in the stress zone. So I was stressing them out. And I found out what the nitrates were. So the nitrates are a buildup at the bottom here of all the food, waste, everything. Everything that does not get dissolved goes down here, and that's what brings up the nitrates. So what we had to do is we bought one of those little vacuum cleaners. We cleaned out the water. We brought the water down to about here. We took out all the plants and everything. Poor Prince Lizzie Fish, he was over there in the back corner hiding because the water was dark and it had all these things floating in it. So we vacuumed everything out. He got a new filter. He got some very high quality water. We bought 2 gallons of these preconditioned beta fish water. Yeah, he got some really good water, so. And look at now how clean his tank is. So he's got a nice new filter. We rearranged the plants. And look at how clear. And he's over there. He's over there at the corner by the heater. See that little green light? That's where the heater is at. He loves that place. That's his favorite spot. And I've noticed too that he's been resting on the plant leaves. So let's measure the water and see where we're at. We're gonna dip the water, or dip the stick inside the water. We're gonna see what kind of water we have. We're gonna leave it in there for 10 seconds. But yeah, the water is doing a lot better. The driftwood, I should have cleaned the driftwood off a little bit more because it's got some fungus on it, but we need to buy some bottom feeders. Okay, let's put that there. We printed out a copy of the meter system so that we would know, like, we can see it. It comes on the bottle, but it's a little bit too small to read and it's kind of confusing. So I went online and asked for this, and we were able to print it out. So this is the one that we're concerned with the most, the nitrates. Because this is the one, he was over here in the danger zone for a while, poor guy. So let's see. We've taken our measurements. Oops. Let's see where we're at here with the water. Okay, so freshwater nitrates. We are in the safe zone. Yay. I would say it's in between here. It's probably this one. So the nitrates, freshwater, we're good. We're in the safe zone. The second one, second nitrate, yes. We're in the clear. We're in the safe zone. The third one, the hardness of the water, this one is kind of tricky. It's always very hard, but that's preconditioned water, so I don't know what this thing is thinking. Okay, and then the chlorine, we're in the safe zone. The alkalinity, we're moderate. I always like to go to the safer one, even though it's a little bit darker. We're moderate. And then the last one is an orange. It's in the acidic zone. That's not good. But we'll have to sleep over it. Maybe it might be in the neutral area. We'll have to see. Right, Samantha? Science Wednesdays. Science Sunday nights, yeah. Science Sundays. So Prince Lizzie Fish is doing really good. He's thriving. I've been like a couple of times on the verge of buying a female. As a matter of fact, today when I was at PetSmart, wish he could just tell us, Levin. I know, right, feral feminist? I agree. It's like, are you dying in there? Are you okay? They had the 3-gallon tanks on sale, and I was really tempted to buy one because they were like $35. Because I really want to buy a female for him. Because the other day he made like this huge bubble nest, and I thought I really want to get a female, and I want to get pink rocks at the bottom, pink and white rocks, and then I want pink little furniture in there. Blink twice if you need help, Veda, right? Yeah, tell me if you're okay. Sometimes he just lies there. Barbie Beta, yes. And have her as a female. But see, you can't leave them in the tank. You can't leave the female in the tank too long because then he starts getting aggressive. From what I read, but then I've also heard people have really successful stories about it. So yeah, he does want a girlfriend. He's ready to be a dad. He's got a really good pad. He's got a really good pad. He's pretty thick. He eats a lot. Let's see if he's ready to eat. He wants to show off his pad. He's ready. He's a silly fish. Okay, let's go ahead and dive back into The Littlest Yak. I was at Barnes & Noble today. I got this on sale for $9.99. I thought I had to get it. The Littlest Yak. We love a good end page. Look at end page. The Littlest. We love a good moon in children's literature. On the tip of the mountain, at the tip top of a mountain, all snowy, where the ice swirling, toe-curling blizzards were blowy, in a herd full of huddling yaks, big and small, lived Gertie, the littlest yak of them all. So there's Gertie. On the tip of the top of a mountain, all snowy, where the ice swirling, toe-curling blizzards were blowy, in a herd full of huddling yaks, big and small, lived Gertie. And look at this. Look at these pair of yaks. They're a couple. Now Gertie was great at being a yak, with the curliest, whirliest wool on her back. She could clip-clop up cliffs, no matter how slippery, on little yak hooves that were splendidly grippy. Yes, Gertie was all that a small yak should be. Okay, so we're getting this full introduction to Gertie, the littlest yak. She made it up that hill. On little yak hooves that were splendidly grippy. There isn't, she sighed, any bigness to me. I'm the yak at the back who is stuck in her smallness. I want to grow up and have greatness and tallness. With the hugest of hooves and humongous horns, too, there isn't a thing that a big yak can't do. So there's Gertie. She wants to be big, like all the other yaks. I love that word, yak. But yaks, Mummy smiled, are all shapes and sizes, and bigness can come in all sorts of disguises. Maybe one day you'll be huge, you'll be tall, so don't rush to grow up when it's great being small. That's very true. Yet as night tiptoed in and stars filled the sky, from the heart of the herd, Gertie sighed a huge sigh. Hugeness and tallness seem so far away. I don't want to be small. I need bigness today. Right, Magali? So Gertie began on a growing up plan and ate every veggie a little yak can. She pattered up mountains, she clattered down hills, she hopped and she skipped, and she never sat still. She's on her little plan of growing up, growing older. And she read lots of books to make her thoughts grow, because grown-ups have big things to think and to know. And though Gertie hoped and she wished and she tried, the days slipped away, but now growing arrived. What if, she sniffed, I'm a yak who can't grow? And a salty tear plopped from her cheek to the snow. But wait, what was that? Something was coming. Aww! So she's reading on how to grow big, and then she starts having some feelings. She starts having some thoughts. A salty tear plopped from her cheek to the snow. She's not sure if she's going to be able to grow. 100 yak hoofbeats were steadily drumming, and leading the herd in a snowflakey flurry was Mummy Yak grunting. Oh, Gertie, please hurry. Look up, a yak stuck on the craggy cliff's edge at the end of the narrowest, rockiest ledge. So here come all the big yaks. Yes, the trees. All the big yaks are coming because they see that somebody's stuck up on the tree. Our hooves are too heavy, our horns are too wide to squeeze on a ledge on a steep mountainside. But you are our littlest, grippiest yak. Only you can squeeze up there and bring that yak back. You need me, Gertie gasped, because I'm so small. My smallness can do something big after all. Oh. And Gertie was off. There was no time to waste. Over the ice-frosted rocks in great haste. Up higher and higher, leaping and springing. Then onto the ledge where... So she's going to get some use after all. Gertie the yak. She's climbing up that hill. A yak shape was clinging. Oh, Gertie squealed as she stopped in her tracks. Why, you're the tiniest, weeniest, teeniest of yaks. Oh, she found somebody smaller than her. A teeny tiny yak. The bird just following around. I wanted to clip-clop up cliffs, the yak shivered, but I'm not very grippy, and his teeny horns quivered. Well, gripping, smiled Gertie, is what I do best. Just hold on tightly and I'll do the rest. So onto her back the teeniest yak leapt, and down through the rocks and the ice Gertie swept. Aww. Gertie, she's going to have some use after all, being small. Hey, Machizzy, welcome in. Home to the herd far below, cheering loudly. Gertie, you did it. They all grunted proudly. The teeniest yak would be stuck without you. There are some things that only small yak can do. Yay! We love a happy ending. Got to prove himself. Then Gertie was wrapped in a warm, woolly hug, and into her ear Mummy whispered with love. As sure as the stars in the glittering sky, you'll be all grown up in the blink of an eye. But it's here and it's now, whilst you're wonderfully small, that you found you've got bigness inside after all. Aww! There's the mama, and there's the little Gertie the yak. Yay! We love a turkey head. And as Gertie gazed up at the moon's silver light, being small, the little yak smiled, is all right. For I'm just the right size that a Gertie should be. I am perfectly little. Guys, look at that glorious moon and the constellations. We love a good moon in children's literature. And perfectly me. And there's our friend Gertie reading on how to grow bigger. The end. The Littlest Yak. This was a good book. This was a really good book. You guys are putting really strong titles to. That turkey head makes me laugh. Oh my god. All right. So we started out with Paddington Bear. Yeah, that was a great story, right? Samantha 10, that was yak-tacular. I agree. Then we read The Littlest Yak. We're gonna go with number 2. I think number 2 is a really good one. In the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. 1 or 2. Thank you to those. Magali, you like that one? Yeah, that was a good one, huh? Thank you to those who gave us the turkey face. Let's look and set a new goal for... Let's do a... Do they have their Christmas ones out yet? No, they don't. Let's do a... Let's do a cake slice. Let's do 50 of those. The cake slices are only a coin. We love a good cake slice. The turkey head reminds me of Friday. Friend. Oh yeah, they get the turkey on his head. Any peanuts Thanksgiving? Michizzy? We have... We're waiting on the Charlie Brown Christmas, actually. I keep eyeing that one at the store. It's a beautiful book. It's got a deep red cover on it, but it's like 19 bucks. I'm going to see if I can get it at the thrift store online for like half the price. All right, let's go back into the stacks and see what we can find. We have all new fresh titles for everyone to enjoy. We're going to read this one. This one's going to be a regular book, and then we'll go back to Christmas. Half price books is good. Yes. Oh, half price books. Samantha, oh, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, isn't Snoopy fun? Yeah, Princess, we love that one. That one's like the best one. This one's called Weedle, a little wagon with a big heart. We got this one at the local library. We love a good end page. We love a good end page. We love a good deep sepia with some little pops of color here at the bottom. Sepia tones. This one's gonna have really good illustrations in it. Looks like watercolors. Inside an old shed on the edge of a forest lived a little wagon named Weedle. There's a little one. Look at the wagon. Inside an old shed on the edge of a forest lived a little wagon named Weedle. These illustrations are really good. Every morning, Weedle stretched his neck nice and tall and wiggled his tires to get the sleep out. He said good morning to the tin cup that caught the rain and to the hairy mop by the door. Then he checked his calendar. His favorite morning of the year was almost here. What's his favorite? Out the door, he rolled down the gravel path to the forest. Weedle loved to help his neighbors. So you get this little town here. Weedle, he woke up early in the morning and now he goes down this little pathway here. And look at these gorgeous water tone colors. And then you have Weedle here. He loves helping his friends. They asked him to carry slimy things and fragile things and things across the rickety bridge, along the roughest road, up the big hill, and down the big hill. All the things that he had to do. Little Weedle. And Weedle always said yes, even when the load was very heavy. After all, he was a wagon. He was meant to carry things for others. Oh, thank you so much for the corgi. I really appreciate that, Mitchizzy. Yeah, we love a good corgi. On Monday afternoon, Weedle's back tire started to feel a little funny. Okay, so Weedle was a very hard worker. Because he was a wagon, he knew he wanted to help his friends. Then he started feeling something the back of his tire. Before going to bed, Weedle put on his PJs, tidied up his things, and marked that day off the calendar. So he's waiting for the 14th, but we don't know what month this is. Whatever month it is, it's got 31 days in it. Aw, thank you. I love it. Thank you for the woolly hat, Mitchie. I really appreciate that. The week went on as usual. On Tuesday, he carried 12 patches of moss for the beetle. On Wednesday, he carried a large mound of pungent dirt for the marmotted stink bug. On Thursday, he carried 14 logs, 16 dandelions, and a worm for the emerald ash borer. On Friday, he carried 52 bushy ferns and one large boulder for 5 very full ladybugs and their chatty friend, Todd. So they're keeping him busy. He's got a lot going on. But look at his little tire. It's getting a little bumpy at the end there. It's getting a little worn out. That evening, Weedle settled into bed early. As he watched the moon glow through the crack in the roof, he wondered if tomorrow would be just as beautiful as he imagined. Guys, we love a good moon in children's literature. And look at that moon. Isn't that glorious? And look at the little shed where Weedle is at. That's a really pretty picture. Look at these strokes of blue. Yeah, that is a bright one. The next morning, Weedle got ready to leave before sunrise. He shined his head real nice and secured his bottle, cap bow tie, which he only wore on special occasions. It felt good to be awake and before anyone else. That's when Weedle heard a familiar tune. So there's little Weedle. Oh, my eye's itching. He's getting dressed up for his special occasion day that he's been waiting for. And it says, "Hiya, old pal. Could you do me a favor?" Uh-oh. Something tells me he's going to miss his favorite day. It was probably fine to help this morning. Weedle would pass through the bog anyway, and it was only 3 mud pies. But on his way, Weedle's back tire grew louder and louder. Each and every pebble felt more uncomfortable than the last. Then, so he was going to get ready for his special day. His little back tire is all worn out. Poor thing. And then this, what is it? It was probably fine as a wasp or a bee or whatever. Wanted him to carry those things. But then his tires started getting louder and louder. Something popped. I love this page. Look at how they just use this one page to use something pop. And look at his little tire in the back. Little Weedle. Weedle pushed and pushed, but he couldn't go any farther. He took a closer look, and he could see his tire was worn all the way down to the metal. Poor Weedle. I think he let himself get used. Hup, hup, Weedle called out, but nobody was there. Yeah, Princess, I don't like the way this story is turning out. Then we get this page break here with no text, just a picture. Little Wheel's tires flat. There's nobody there to help him out. He's been helping out. Yay, we love a woolly cap. Thank you so much, Mitchizzy. I love it. Thank you, Mitchizzy. Really appreciate that. We get this page break, and Weedle, he's been really helpful to all his friends. But now that he needs help, is there anybody there? No. Of course not. Weedle realized he would never make it in time to see his favorite thing in the whole wide world. Oh, look at Weedle. Isn't it, Princess? I agree. But these pictures are very imaginative, though. And then all of a sudden, tap, tap, tap. Weedle looks behind him, and then look at what he sees. All his friends turn up after all. They lift him up and bring him up. I spoke too soon. Inch by inch, they carried Weedle down the gravel path to the forest, across the rickety bridge, along the roughest road, and up, 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 up the hill. Isn't that a pretty page? Look at the illustrations here. We have these watercolors. Maroons, tans, greens, blues. They brought them all the way up the hill, and then look at these strokes here. Oh, thank you so much, Mitchizzy, for the TikTok money gun. Yay. We love a good money gun. Thank you so much. These colors here, aren't those beautiful? Just in time to see all the suns come up. Guys, you're going to get knocked out by this picture. Gorgeous. Look at that. So his favorite time of the year was to see the sun come up. To see the suns come up. Mitchizzy, isn't that gorgeous? Look at those yellows and reds. Look at this one here. Strokes. If this were in a museum, if you were to go to a museum and you saw this art piece on the wall minus this, you would really think that this is a art piece. That's why we love illustrations in children's literature. Yeah, so many gold shades, Bella Rose, you're right. And the shading, too. The yellows, oranges, greens. It's a gorgeous page. This was a good book. This was a good find. On the edge of the forest, next to a much-loved shed, Weedle still helped carry things for his neighbors. But some days he didn't. And that was just fine. Yeah, Weedle, he learned to give himself a break. He learned to give himself a break. He's always out there helping his friends, but you know what? He doesn't need to help them that much. And then look at this end page. This is a series. Or is it a series? Oh no, it's the author. Yeah, good for Weedle, right? The end. This was a good find. I got this one from my local library. This was a good find, Weedle. We're going to have to put this one on the newsletter. Oh my god, thank you so much, Mitchizzy. I really appreciate that. A galaxy. I think you've given us enough money to purchase the the Peanuts Christmas book, a new one, not a used, but a new one. I think that galaxy is worth it. All right, let us see. My dog is named Weedle. Oh, how fun, Samantha. That's a very uncommon name, Weedle. All right, let's take a vote. Let's see what we're at this point. We started out with Paddington. We love a good Paddington bear. Thank you so much, Michizi. I really appreciate that. Then we followed that up with The Littlest Yak. The Littlest Yak was not a Christmas book, but it could pass for a Christmas book. And then Weedle. I'm going to go with Weedle. I really like this one. The pictures in this one gorgeous. And the story, yeah, we shouldn't let ourselves be taken advantage of. Let ourselves be taken advantage of. Okay, let's see in the comment section, what is everybody thinking? Princess 3, Samantha 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cannot let ourselves be taken advantage of. We're supposed to read 2 Christmas and then 2 regular ones. Cat Mama 3. You like that one? Yeah, that was a good one. All right. You guys are going to really love this one. I read this one to the East Coast. This one's got some glorious pictures in it as well. Magali 3. This one definitely is a Christmas one. It's a good way to wrap up the live on a Sunday night. Pick a Pine Tree. Pick a Pine Tree. You know it's going to be good when you get this end page. Got little snowflakes on it. Some light blues with some whites. Some pops of white on the end page. Pick a Pine Tree. Bitchizzy, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Should be mad. You're on the East Coast, huh? So what is it, 12 o'clock over? 11? No, it's 1 o'clock now, huh? Do you have to go to work tomorrow? Or do you get up early tomorrow? Pick a pine tree from the lot. We had a friend, just Susie. She was from Ohio. We haven't seen her in a long time. I gotta reach out to her and see how she's doing. Catch up with that girl. Pick a pine tree from the lot. So this story is about picking up a tree. 1 a.m. This one also has some very interesting illustrations in it as well, watercolors. Look at these little, like, these are like, these lights are like, what's the word that I wanted? They're like fuzzy lights. Slim and tall or short and squat. One with spiky needle clumps, scaly bark or sappy bumps. Long straight limbs or branches bent. Just smell that piney scent. So they're out shopping for a tree. My dogs always listen to you. Do they, Mitchie? They probably love the pitch of my voice. They probably hear it. And look at those Christmas trees. We love these greens. Definitely watercolors. They've got some darks and some lights mixed in there. Lift the tree above your head, bundle it up upon your sled, or if you live very far, bring it home atop your car. Okay, so now they've picked their tree. This family here has theirs. Merry Christmas. Yay! Thank you so much for that fuzzy cat. The woolly cat, Mitchizzy, thank you. You could put the tree on top of your car. They got a little VW bug. Move aside a lamp or chair, clear away a section where your tree will sit tall and grand, snug and sturdy in its stand. So they brought the Christmas tree home. They're getting everything ready, moving things out of the way. They've got this really nice fireplace here with a potbelly in it in the middle. We love a good potbelly stove. Sawing it, making way for the tree stand. Trim the trunk a little bit, just enough so it will fit. This is always the fun part. Slip it in and turn screws tight. They will hold your tree upright. In the meantime, the cat's playing in it. Fill the water to the brink. Give your thirsty tree a drink. Then, this is all about putting up the tree. Pick a pine. Find the trimmings stored within, bulging boxes, rusty tins, paper bags, a wooden case. Bring them to that special place there beside your tree. I know Princess the cat, right? That's very typical. So they go up to the attic there to get all the Christmas decorations out. You've got the bag of leftover wrapping paper from last year. Don't decorate alone. Call some people on the phone. Ask your friends to come and stay. Host a decorating day. Guys, you're going to love this next picture here. Isn't that pretty? Don't you feel that cold with this icy blue and icy white? And then this glow coming out of the house, this nice, comfortable, warm, cozy glow with these yellow lights strung all around. Mm-hmm. Yes, warmth in your heart. Isn't that beautiful? Nothing says Christmas like this. Stretch along some twinkling lights, a colored mix or simply white. Fat, round bulbs or pointy tips, bubble lights or candle clips. Start up top or near the base, wrap around and tuck in place. So all the friends are over now. Now they're going to string the lights. The cat and the Christmas lights. Hang ornaments upon your tree. What kind of trinkets will they be? We love that word, trinkets. Good word. That's a great picture. Jolly Santas, dancing elves, wooden reindeer, jingle bells, lacy snowflakes, pop paper dolls, candy canes, and bright glass balls. With loops of thread or wire hooks, hang them all in little nooks. So now they're in the thick of it. They're getting all the Christmas decorations, stuffing them in, putting in the Christmas decorations. You got a Santa Claus, a reindeer, paper dolls, nutcracker, a little elf, candy canes, bells, gingerbread, snowman. Add the final touches now, garlands strung from bough to bough. Strands of tinsel on the tips, falling down in silver drips. Isn't that fun? They're all having a good time decorating the tree. Let me lock that in. They're all having a good time decorating the tree. Grab a footstool, climb upright. Set something wonderful on top. A golden star, a velvet bow, an angel dressed in flowing robes. An angel dressed in flowing robes. That's what we did for Project Wednesday. Put the star at the top. Lay a tree skirt down below. Add some houses flecked with snow. A train that chugs around a track. Secret presents in a sack. Guys, look at this is the bottom of the tree. So they put the tree skirt down, they put the train with all the teddy bears and stuff. A little glowy city at the bottom. That's really pretty. And the cat enjoying itself. At last, it's time to make it shine. Plug in the lights along the floor. Look, it's not a pine tree anymore. It's... So they decide, okay, now's the big flow. Yes, the glow. They plug it in, turn out the lights, and look at the colors, and that's like a hue, like a blue hue with these whites. And then look at the tree, the glow of the tree. And guys, are you ready for this picture? Look, it's not a pine tree anymore. It's a Christmas tree. Gather round the tree to sing. Let your joyfuls ring. Let your joyful voice ring. Celebrate as nighttime falls. Guys, look at how pretty this is. Just take a moment. Just take a moment. I really loved that they had us go from here to here to give us a full... Look at how pretty they made the tree. The little speckles of color, blues, purples, pops of red, these little pops of white all over, and then this gold star, and then the shimmering glow of the Christmas tree. Isn't that magical? Magical. Such a beautiful book. Merry Christmas, one and all. And then look at the way it ends. Isn't that a glorious picture? So there's Santa Claus. He's got his sleigh at the top. And then there's Santa inside. He's putting the Christmas presents. Little snowman. Yeah, Samantha, never run out of good titles. We love a good moon in children's literature. And look at how these trees frame the picture. Special. It's not special. It's Christmas. The end. Pick a pine tree. This is a classic. Definitely have to get this one for the archives. I really like this one. All right, you guys got really good titles tonight. Back to back to back to back. We started out with Paddington 1. The Littlest Yak 2. Weedle. I really love this one. Weedle the Wagon. And then Pick a Pine Tree. I'm going to have to go with 4. I realize it's a tie between Weedle and this one. But I really thought this one was this is a very Christmassy book. Yeah. Mexi Pina 4. Magali definitely 4. Samantha 3. Brooke Comer 4. Yeah, I agree. They were all actually really good titles tonight. Really good titles. Bella Rose 3. I have glitter all over me. This piece is stuck too. Glitter pieces. Must have been the cleaning I was doing. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for the 18K 1,000 likes. Let's all thank Machizzy for getting us all of that money. Thank you so much. I'm going to look at my bank account and see what it is. Everybody, yes, it's the season. Everybody have a good night. Tonight is Sunday night. Tomorrow is Monday morning. Some of us have Tuesday off. I'll be taking tomorrow off because I have to take my cousin to the doctor's. I'm a designated driver, so I get the day off. So I will be back tomorrow. Monday. Everybody have a good beginning to their week. Yes, Monday. And we will see everybody again tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody, and have a good Monday. See you tomorrow.